to Worlds 2024. Welcome back to the second half of Swiss stage, and welcome to the answers y'all have been waiting for. Who is moving forward and who is going back home? I'm Captain Flowers, joined today by Azale and Vettius for these two best of threes, the first of which pits Top Esports up against DplusKia.
I'm excited to see who's going to make their way through towards the quarterfinals. Expectations are that Top Esports should come in as the favorites in today's matchups, which is crazy to think, considering that DplusKia was in that 2-0 bracket, I should say. They ended up falling short to LNG, but let's see if the same thing will happen against, in theory, a tougher LPL opponent.
Yeah, I mean, it is scary for them. I think they definitely had a good opportunity to try to go through in that 3-0 bracket, obviously, but they had some easier opponents to get there, right? They beat FlyQuest, they beat Fnatic, you know, they were able to get some of those more favorable draws, and now it is getting harder and harder for them. It feels like you lost to LNG. There was a lot of questions about the drafting in that one, and then now you're going up against Top, which I think is going to be a very difficult challenge.
I think that's going to be our big question. How have DplusKia adapted their meta reads? Because, as you said, you're on the analyst desk for those days, and I remember you saying that this is probably one of the worst drafts.
I think it's the worst draft of the world.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy how overstacked they were on the AP damage, and we'll see how they've adapted here as we jump into draft.
And I mean, it's so interesting, right? Because the expectation coming into this event was that Syndra was going to be S tier. Syndra was going to be getting picked every single game. It's only been banned against DK a single game of the 4 that they have played, but they're not playing it. Even though Showmaker has that legendary Syndra, it just hasn't been the meta that we've really expected.
And speaking of meta, Jat touched on it a little bit at the desk at the top of the day. We've seen this insane Yone presence and teams refusing to ban him a lot. Everybody's at this point kind of already had their chance to say, yeah, nobody else can deal with it, but we can.